All right. What's up, everybody? This is Bedbug Brian. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my Going Medieval series. We're on episode 3. Episode 1. Ooh, we got some hatred amongst each other. They're nipping at each other. I think it's probably because of the lack of cooked food. They'll chill out. They're just hangry. Hangry at each other, though, apparently. Episode 1, I started off. We're doing a series where we're doing survival, maximum difficulty, and lone survival. Now I picked up in episode 2 a second settler. We had our first raid because of that, is we pretty much stomped on them. We have this awesome fort. It's not a fortress, it's not a castle, it's not a house, but it worked pretty great. Oh, they're back at it. Told you. I don't know what that yellow leaf or whatever that was, but food's on the way, and I think they'll get along a hell of a lot better. Let's just take a little peek here at the inside of our fort, which is, like I said, it was designed as a fort. Just you're out in the wilderness, you need a little cover, and you might be attacked by a few things. Well, this is a great little spot to have. Not too small, not too big. This is the main floor. One guy's restitutionist, the other is brethren. So we got our temple or altars in. We have backgammon. We have our campfire, a butchering table, and just kind of a general stockpile going on there. I did manage to eke out a little progress for a cellar already. And then with that, I used the materials to build the fort out of limestone. So today we're going to finish up with these last 2 squares, put another stairway. Well, that way we'll be 2 layers down. I'll build like a 4x4 cellar, and we'll have a massive head start on the spring. We're not going to lose any food to rotting here. A merchant came by, and I did buy a bunch of seeds. And in episode 1, I showed what I like to do. Like on day 1, I go around and I use these zones. I take off all the items and I just label what it is underneath. That way I can find soil. If I want to do a gardening bed, I know that this is dirt and that this over here is ore. And what else? If I wanted to, I could come over here, and that's where all the gold is. So food for thought for those who, are getting in this game. I do have a lot of experience, although it's kind of old experience. This game came out in 21 for its early release, and immediately I put like 250 hours into it. But then I've been gone for a year, so there's been like 7 updates since. But overall, I know how to play the game at least, so I got some handy little tips for you. Anyhow, we are working on recovering. We just had the battle, then I managed to get a boar, and we got a few animals that need to be butchered. We're going to work on finishing that cellar. We're going to burn these bodies over here. And then we might actually plant some of the 7 or 9 cabbage seeds over here. It's day 9. It'll probably let me. Boy, they're really not liking each other here. Doesn't help that they're different religions. I bet you anything that... Ooh, goat carcass. Alright, let's take a look at jobs, because I feel like we're really piling up with the bodies here, and not in a great way. Certainly, we definitely don't need hunting for a while now. I mean, we got pheasants, we got deer, we got wolf, goat. I mean, what is happening out there? Hingis is going to be our chef. He has the most experience. Although I really want Aiden to do it because he has a passion for it. So let's take him off. We're going to make your number 1 be mining. And as long as you have things to mine, you'll keep doing that. And when you don't, you're going to pick up what you got, bring it to a stockpile, and then you won't need to do any of the cooking. Maybe some construction, but do we want that before the plants? I don't think so. We'll do the opposite. Mining, hauling, equivalent. Moving beyond that, we'll do plants and then some construction. like it. I like it. So here, I'm just doing one square at a time because, you know, he'll trap himself or whatever. Just, um, and I mentioned in the first 2 episodes, I'm intentionally trying to play on the slowest speed. I would like to play a little more methodically, strategically, and just be patient overall. It's kind of meant to be a relaxing um, playthrough, although a relaxing playthrough on the hardest level, you know, maximum difficulty. So take it for what it is. But I do watch all kinds of people. Just about everyone who's made a series ongoing Medieval, I probably watched, you know, and I have a few critiques. One, people try to make these gameplays and they absolutely know nothing about the game. And I don't think that's cool. I think you should spend a little time and at least learn the most basic mechanics. You don't have to be an expert. You know, if you're a personality person, great, but at least know the basic mechanics, like the ability to put a roof up, how a butchering block works, or whatever the case may be, you know. But, oh, they're being friendly again. Nice. You know what? They might be fighting over having a seat. Just a theory. Probably not true, but so yeah. There we are on that. I did get on a rant there. I lost my thought. I was trying to say something other than slam on people who kind of suck at the game, who's doing the gameplay, but I forgot where I was going with that. It's kind of part of my old age. I'm sure it was a very important detail. It'll come back to me. I love to rant. But, what was it? Anywho. Alright, I don't hear any mining, so that must mean this is clear. Aiden, if you don't mind, can we get you to remove that? I do wish they would have fixed those annoying quirks about how things fall into holes and the AI doesn't know any better and it just allows itself to still get trapped and all these things. Those are things that have been griped about since day one. It's like they've had ample opportunity to fix them. It's really disappointing they haven't. It's just unfortunate. Still a great game. I mean, I'll try hard not to bicker too much, but the whole mining thing, the way things fall in holes, and it's really should have been fixed by now. It should be a priority. I'm going to set the timer here for an hour and 30 minutes. This is probably going to run a little longer than that because I forgot to set the timer, but it'll probably go an hour and 40. But I'll make these episodes kind of long. So what I'm hoping to do is to catch 1 or 2 people out there in the world who just don't have any alternative when it comes to going medieval playthroughs. You know, one problem is, I guess this is what started the rant, was that I couldn't find enough people who knew how to play and also who were willing to play on difficult modes. It's so frustrating that 90% of the people who make content for this game play it on like the easiest level, just not challenging themselves at all. And I can't stand that. So I at least put it on survival mode and hard, and I will certainly die at some point because the hordes just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, it's gonna be inevitable. I'll have like 20 people and the enemy will have 120 at some point. You know, it's fine. Everything has what is that yellow? I can't tell what that guy's saying. You know, everything has a beginning and an end, so certainly that's what's going to happen here at some point. Hopefully we can prolong that as long as possible, though. But I will not play any kind of cheese tactics where I have like 8 metal doors stacked in front of each other, like directly one in front of the other after the other. I'm not going to dig out moats and, you know, I'm not going to exploit things about the gameplay. I'm going to just try to use good tactics and experience and strategies and, you know, kind of hope for the best there. I'm not all about 100% realism. It's just a game, but like why play a game if you're just going to exploit like cheese? I just, it's a personal pet peeve. It's also, I mean, I don't even save my games. You know, I feel like that's a major cheese too. Like I've been gaming a long time. I mean, if you're saving every 5 seconds, like, you know, take a risk. You got to be willing to lose it all. You know. That little tree is a little too close to that fire. Actually, it needs to go though, just for defensive purposes here. I don't want anything to eventually get into my line of sight. And that said too, we're going to get rid of these. Normally, you'll see me, I weed out the dead trees first, then the most mature, but this is more of a defensive issue here. We need to have an unobstructed view. Plus, I could really use some wood anyways, so that's perfect. What I normally do is I'll get up there, a guy with a bow, and get on each corner and figure out how far out they're able to see in that radius. And anything that's inside of that radius, I clear. But we'll just clear out these trees. That should be suffice. Boom. I think it's high time to put in some torches. I am in the mountainous region, and so far I have no idea where to find clay, so I'm wondering if I'm even able to make a brazier or not, because normally you go to rocky soil, that's limestone, but I had another one that said rocky soil, and it's dirt and limestone, but it used to be limestone, half and half limestone and clay. So where do you find clay in the mountainous area? I have no idea. But this is going to be a problem when it gets severely cold. So for now, we'll just put in a lot of torches. Hopefully I'll generate some kind of heat. At the very least, it's not going to be so damn dark. Steward, keep things fueled up. Okay. Let's do a happiness check. I just saw a frowny face. Ooh, actually, let's reset this. This was just, reset this. That was just for the battle. But generally, they only need 5 hours to maximize their complete rest, you know? And then I give 2-hour blocks 3 times out of the day for leisure. Mainly because if they're on the edge of the map and it takes them an hour just to get to the home so they can do backgammon or whatever, they have enough time. Once they get all their religion, entertainment, and food, they'll go right back to work, whether they use 2 hours or not. So it's not actually wasting any time. Sleep, on the other hand, is a different story. If you tell them to sleep for 9 hours, you're going to lose 9 hours. It's definitely different than leisure time. Another successful day. I'm not one of those players, too, that leave the pyres out for bait. I think that's silly. It's just not worth it to have to rebuild the pyre over and over again. If you have a good enough defense, you don't have to worry about the 3 extra seconds you gain of them going over here to, you know, destroy it. That's just nonsense. But what I'd rather have is a fence. Got some wolves eating bodies over here. So that way 1 or 2 people can handle the dead bodies, hide them behind the fence, and then that way it doesn't affect morale for the rest of the people. Whoever has to burn the bodies, well, hopefully they enjoy it. What does that mean? What is that? I can't quite tell what the image is. It kind of looks like a leaf with white dots in the middle of it. I don't know what that is. What is he saying? Let's finish this up here. Perfect. And let's get... two thumbs up. Okay, guy. This is partly because I'm having issues with my mouse, but also fucking snap together correctly, for fuck's sake. I mean, there's only 2 logical spots, either on the ground or up. I mean, it should just not be so goddamn hard. This too is something that has been a problem in the past. Like, if Apple were to design this game, I feel like it would just snap in place using enough logic. Like, how many places would this Merlon go? You got Merlon's here, Merlon's there, we're kind of in the middle here. Like, why is this so hard? Alright. I am annoyed. I'll just wait until it's built, and then hopefully it'll snap in a little easier. We'll give it another shot here. What is up? Bro, it won't even go anywhere close to that corner. What the fuck? Alright. Very good. Aside from this tree, which I'm probably still going to chop that one down too, we have an excellent cleared perimeter here. And at some point, I would probably put my first wall, section, like something like that. And then that way, the front line doesn't have to be the main fort, We can get into workshops around the perimeter, the inside of the wall, and stuff like that. Oh, you know what might have been causing it? The Z level. Let's see. I'm so annoyed with this. It just should not be, you know. See what I'm saying? I feel like the game should go, there's an extremely high probability that you want to go right here. And there should just be no struggle with it. Should be the first thing, even if you're like half a Merlon away, it should just go whook, right here. And if you don't want it, you move your cursor away and adjust or something. But the game should just use some kind of like, okay, and then pop the thing in place, you know? And not only that, I shouldn't have to rotate the Merlon. It should also just recognize it. You know, it's a corner situation. I program. I don't feel like that's asking too much of a game. It can be done. Okay. Now, what I think I'm going to do is have a little covered area. Actually, the whole thing could be covered because it'll go faster not being in the snow. And then we'll store sticks here, stones there, just kidding. We'll store sticks there. We'll even call it sticks. Okay. And this is my outside storage. And I'll have a higher priority of 1 square for sticks near the fireplace or whatever. Again, a bad interaction. They need to fight it out. Somebody's getting kicked out. Somebody's got an attitude. It's either Aiden or Hingus. Somebody's talking trash. Okay, clear all there. We'll put wood. Boom. And then that will help clear up some of the clutter. Because another personal pet peeve is to look at people's gameplay and just see a massive default stockpile just mixed with carcasses, bones, apparel, and like no organization at all. I'm just like, ugh, you hoarder, organize your stuff, it can be done. Alright, so now that we did that, but we'll just go ahead and remove it here. See, I got a hoarding situation going on myself. We're going to get this food downstairs. Once we have it downstairs, we'll get the wood taken out. Put limestone somewhere. There. In fact, for now, let's just say a few outside things would be materials, and we'll say for now just kind of mix it together, but I'll show you what I do later on, where I'll just have only limestone in one stockpile, only clay in another, and so on. And there's a system that I do to, we'll just get into that later. Clay, salt, cool, and coal. Everything but sticks and stones, because those things are sticks and wood, and it really doesn't need anything, but we might as well put a little stone on the bottom. So that's one more thing that we can thin out here. Oh, we could also take out the let's close this. Oh wait, it's the very thing we need. Raw materials. We don't need clay. I should have put dirt there. We'll put dirt, silver, gold, iron, or salt. We don't need any of these not need raw materials. This guy, let's just double check that it has dirt. Yes. Okay. Okay. So let's get organized. We're just going to tell them to focus on hauling for now. Get this straight. And then we'll go from there. What's the temperature like in here? 38.9 degrees. It's not very cold on the outside comparatively. So these torches aren't kicking out nearly enough heat that I hoped for. But like I said, I don't know where to find clay to make the brazier. Okay, so yes. Is there anyone doing construction 3? Mining first, cutting plants. Yeah. So we won't touch it. Burning bodies. Things are going great. And high priority on hauling. Love it. What we can do is have an overhang. What I don't love about the overhang, I was going to do an overhang and put seeds and stuff over here, but defensively I don't like that, because if an enemy were to come around this corner, they would immediately go over here because they can hide from above, you know, so we don't want that. Day 10 of winter. I think what we can do actually is let's just do a small cabbage patch. This is my little soil patch here. Oh, we don't even have technology for that. We don't even have agriculture. I forgot. We do have wood. We can make a desk. Do we have room is the question. Okay, let's move some of these torches. I want you to relocate. 1, 2, 3. We'll put it next to my desk once it's... Okay. We will relocate. This is more for lighting than anything. Then it is research time. Now, I won't do much else to this building. We will focus on getting a small perimeter with a wall, and then, you know, we'll build a library, and then we'll build a temple or something like that, you know. This building has served its purpose, and it will defend a small area like from here, basically the reach of an archer, and so that's where our walls will go. And then once the walls are up, we'll have like a raised platform to walk on, like a plank, and you can walk to the edge of this wall, or you can walk to the edge over here to this wall, or, you know, and then if you need to, you can run back to the building, something like that. And the only way to get to the top of the walls is you first have to go through these 3 doors and then walk a plank to either wall. You know what I mean? So, like, you have to go through a lot of defensive points if you're going to take over the wall as an enemy. Once again, we are out of limestone. We're going to switch gears. We're good on food. We need a cellar and we need materials. So what we're going to do is Aiden, until you have... Yeah. Absolutely not. Let's say 30. Okay. Who's going to do it? Aiden's going to do it. And he has a... Oh, Hingus, but he's the miner, so... This dude with a 0 intelligence. I fundamentally have a problem with someone having a 0 intelligence, so for training purposes, you need to get your reading up. I don't care if it takes you forever, because we need Hingus to build the cellar. First comes We'll do a wooden stairway just to kind of finish the theme here. And then we want this. We'll have a door right on that first landing area after the stairway. Have a door there, and then beyond that, like a 4x4 cellar. The door will help trap all the heat out of the cellar and keep the coolness inside, in theory. Also, now that we have all that, now we got the stairway. Wait. Yeah, the stairway's alright, never mind. I was worried I wasn't able to put the floor over this, but I can because that stairway below is 2 levels below. So we can cover this right at, oh, it's already covered, right? Yes. Never mind. Cool. Aiden is stupidly reading and writing books. Hingis is doing the thing he loves most, which is nobody understands why he loves mining so much, but go ahead. Where's he going? Winner. Ah, even after all the bickering, they feel like they're friends. Sadie is enjoying the stairwell here. It's a shame you can't make a little dog bed out of hay. I mean, you can't. I know it's the 1330s, 50s. You can make a little hay bed for your dog. If you were king, you could say, someone make my dog a hay bed, please. Okay. That's annoying, Hingis. Please stop hauling things. Mining is a 2. We're going to make hauling a 2. It is definitely the least efficient way to do that, so. Excellent. So, what we'll do, we got a book out of the deal. Just one book, right? We'll just build a little stockpile right in front. This is going to be our small book stockpile. Books. Oops. Caps lock on. Books. Boom. And did I not take apparel out? Boom. Or warfare out. Aiden's on it. Aiden, I need you to haul first. Boom. I need to stop saying boom. We'll haul first. Get these things out of here. Did I do the wrong guy? Hingis. Oh. Hingis is out of mining area. Easily fixable. So let's put a door there. After the door. Just making sure I'm not doing a weird, that's exactly level with the door. Okay. So from there, we'll just do a straight line. I could do a little block of them, but then you might weirdly do it in some order I don't like. If it's straight like that, I can just, put in a line of wood flooring or something. I guess let's build the door first, though. And get back to your favorite activity. Room for apparel next time. Watch your ears, ladies and gentlemen. False alarm. It's coming now. It's up there. Woo. I don't have a cool spot for the seeds. It's winter, day 11. What we'll probably do is make this like little makeshift shed somewhere over here in the middle of all our gardens, and at the very least we'll just hold seeds of all kinds in that small shed, so that way when it comes to growing they don't have to run over here, grab seeds, do whatever, come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. In fact, since we can see, doesn't have to be anything fancy, so we will just go ahead and, what do we got more of here? Sticks. We're going to say sticks here, sticks there, just enough to cover some seeds. And I doubt that's going to be enough squares, but we'll see. Clear seeds. I keep wanting to start the garden, and I keep forgetting I'm nowhere close to agriculture. Alright, let's see if he's got a square into our cellar here. World's smallest cellar. Right there. Alrighty. Boom. We'll start off with carcasses. Just going to do this now before I forget. Of the three choices, wood is the most insulating floor, so we'll use that. Hingis is unhappy for some reason. I don't know why. What you probably do. Except an uncomfortable bed, uncomfortable, hungry, ugly apparel, desperately thirsty. Well, we need, obviously, intelligence. We need to read and increase our technology here. That'll take care of his hunger. His mood's not that bad. He's just being kind of meh. Okay. Let's take off carcasses. One less thing to clutter up the area. What's Aiden doing? He's hauling. We got 5 chronicles. We need 15 for agriculture, right? Or architecture. And then we need 10. So a total of 25. Really need to focus on reading. I had them hauling, I think, to readjust my stockpiles. Let's get back to research. He's just hauling the limestone that Hingis is generating. Heck yeah. Okay. Boom. Got a first carcass in there. Now, ideally, what I'd like to do is have like a row of stockpile just for carcasses, and then right next to it, have it for meat, and then right next to that, have it for vegetable, and next to that, you know what I mean? And then what I would do is shrink one square at a time as I need, but I like to keep things organized like that. Yes, I'm aware of storage shelves and they'll come and stuff, but back in the day when you had too many different stockpiles like that, it struggled. It had complications. I forgot exactly how it had complications, but it just stopped working correctly. So I had to group a lot of things together. But we'll see how this the latest update works compared to what it was like a year ago. So now we got some meats. Put that down below. I hope it's just a garbage mouse. I'm not sure. I can't get to the check mark. So frustrating. Okay. This one will just be raw meats. Technically, Sadie is a raw meat, but not what I was thinking. Here, we'll say raw meats. Stupid mouse. Human. I didn't. Smooth meat. Here we go. I'm annoyed. I'm really annoyed. I cannot get my mouse to work right. Love it. At the very least, I love the fact that we have some kind of cellar before spring even officially starts. Let's do a quick check here. 7 books. If I had space, I would make a second desk, but it's getting a little cramped. I could kick the altars out, or the religious idol, whatever you want to call those things. I could do that. That'd be a second desk there. They can go outside, especially with the weather. You know what? That's what we're doing. And some of the meats can go. We'll save a little more space that way. Sure hope it's not the game doing this. Just very hard to select on any button accurately. have room now for a second research table. Okay. Maybe I should restart the game. I don't know. It just didn't start off operating like this. Super annoying. There we go. Even if we got 2 dummies in this house, we'll be able to double time the research, at least get agriculture and maybe something that's smart for the next move, get into the new season. But we need agriculture as soon as possible so we can get those fields grown. But that's fine. This way we'll have to deal with trying to find soil, and we could see once the snow is removed. But if we can get planting right away, that'd be ideal. Let's look at downstairs. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Let's just expand this. Expand it here. And there. And then see how research. Are we still at 7? We are at 9, ladies and gentlemen. It is day 12, last day of winter. Can we get to architecture here? Pretty sure we can. We'll do 1 here. Boom. Let's at least just kind of jump start it. He's hauling for 1 moment. And then 1 and 1. Okay. Why are you? I'll let it do this just to finish a project, but you need to go do writing. Research is 1, stewardship. Yeah. Just feel like it's not operating optimally. If you give an order, it should follow the order. Unless it's built in that due to their personality and not wanting to be told what to do, then I can understand that. But if it's just simply a game mechanic not working correctly, I can't accept that, you know? Like, I have the priority set, and it's simply not following it. Hingis here, and it works in this order. Do you have anything to tend to? No. Do you have to convalesce? No. Move to the next one. Research. That's what it should be on now. If you have nothing to research, move on to stewardship. If nothing else, now go to 2s. And it would go to mining first, cutting, hauling. And then once it's out of 2s, it goes to the next wave, which is 3. See what I'm saying? For some reason, this thing's doing a 3rd priority. And it continues to do it. I'm going to let it happen because I want these things built, but it should be researching. Like, you know, this game has been around since 21. Why would it even be malfunctioning like this? Am I crazy? This is Hingis here. Research 1. Oh, I am crazy. See, all that blabbering, and there's a reason. Idiot. I take it all back. I did say I love this game. let's just be clear. I do love this game. It's a love-hate relationship, though. Alright. Sometimes I'm the idiot. I get it. I get it. I get it. I legitimately was talking it through for my sake, you know. Always have a little doubt that you might be wrong. Or, I said that weirdly, but you get what I'm saying. Know that you might be wrong sometimes. Clear all. Put books. This way you didn't have to walk anywhere. Let's get them books. Just poop them out right below your feet. I will say, haul this. Haul that. Haul this. That way it looks like a book stockpile. There we go. Sweet. Let's double check the research situation here, which is the number 8. We're at 12. We'll just fly through architecture and agriculture, and we'll have them both on day 1 of spring, and then someone will break off to do gardening, which neither one are passionate about, and they seem to be relatively equal. Hingis has the higher skill. If Hingis were to do growing, that would free Aiden up to do what? Alright, I can tell you right now, Hingis will not do the growing because he has a passion for research and significantly higher in intellect. I mean, obviously Aiden shouldn't be reading anything with an intelligence of 1. These are desperate measures right now. A book is a book. So far this guy's made like 8 books, but soon we'll take him off. This is going to free him up to, we don't need cooking, we have 10 meals now. How's our dog doing, by the way? Is he, I hope he's not hungry. I'm pretty sure he's going downstairs to eat raw meat. At some point we'll make pet food. I don't know if there's a benefit. Seems like pet food takes up quite a bit of materials, like 20 vegetables and 10 hay or something crazy. So, Aiden will stop researching. He wants to do smithing, carpentry, and tailoring. What we might do through research, we get agriculture done as a team. Aiden breaks off to do something else, not mining, because that's Hingis' thing. We can do another row that's not a major priority for Aiden, no. I guess Aiden just grows the cabbage and plants a few trees. So, mystery solved. So, we're going to say top priority, not a 1, will be growing. And then harvesting actually makes good sense. And fourthly, cutting plants. And if there's fourthly, and then if there's anything left over, it'll be construction. And then we'll work through research with Hingis to get smelting, and then we really start developing smithing for Aiden. By that point, we'll have a 3rd person. Hopefully they do botany or something, or have a passion for it. That'd be ideal. Let me double check the schedule, make sure I don't have anything crazy than usual. It's 2 o'clock. Day 12 of winter, last day of winter. We still don't have... Oh, we're here at architecture. Boom. Unlock. Got that. We just need 8 more books. 8 more chronicles. Boom. 7 more. Available. 6 more. Heck yeah. Then we'll have agriculture. And let's think about... My thought is... based on the 2 people that we have, it'd be a good idea to have smelting. Where's that at? Okay. And if I didn't do smelting, I'd probably do wood weaponry just to start practicing so that we can eventually have better bows, more bows, better weapons, things like that. Also, when we do get raids with the wood weaponry, we'd be able to dismantle weapons that are wooden, which gives very quick experience to that person. So you get carpentry skill, you get the wood, all that. And smelting, we'd be able to break down metal items, and that way we get smithing experience, plus we get ore, we get iron without having to smelt, you know. Those would be my 2 top priorities. Let's see. And stone block cutting, not really. I'm not that guy that builds the stone blocks soon. I'll end up building a whole castle, massive walls, all of the cheapest limestone that doesn't have the high durability, and then late in the game I go, yeah, it'd be better to have better walls. I really want terraforming. It's not a first priority, but I'm excited because it's new to me to be able to fill in holes. Before you used to have to put like wall columns and holes and stuff if you wanted to, or cover it up with flooring. It was really, really janky. I would love to have tailoring, but honestly, with the only 2 people at this point, we're already stretched thin. You can only do so many things, but this dude does have a passion for tailoring. But smithing is so valuable in the end game. They have the ability to have a flawless sword or armor or any of the, you know, those are nice skills to have, and it takes a long time to develop. So I think we're going to probably do smelting, because carpentry he does also have. He has a higher skill at carpentry. Now I'm torn. Means we probably have at least sturdy bows right from the get-go. He has a 3 tailoring, but a passion. But his number 1 thing is mining. There's only so much mining, although we can have mining ore. I'm sure he'd love that. That's what we'll do. Decision made. We need to get that smithing going. We'll just incorporate it into our... You have to take what skills you have and then come up with a game plan from that. That's what a good player would do. A bad player would be like, I have this pre-made plan, I want to do all these things, and you know, if you don't have the people who are tailors or whatever, you know, you're just kind of forcing a square peg through a circle or a hole, whatever. You get what I'm saying. So this is a customized game plan based on who we have and what resources are available. Alright, we gotta be close. Ooh, agriculture, great. So we're slightly ahead of schedule. Let's do this. We're gonna break Aiden off 4. We're gonna go ahead and make him a 1 priority on hauling, and I want seeds over here, and take seeds off over here. Boom. Aiden, you dummy, I told you to stop. Stop means stop. Prioritize hauling. Let's just get it over there, and then herbs, not a high priority. Need like level 25 to plant them or something crazy. Put that there. Maple and 5 birch. I'm excited. We should get those trees in as soon as possible. It's going to take a year or two or whatever to grow trees. So, Aiden has the bow. We know that basically the range for this bow, even if we got long bows, it'd be like over here, you know? So we're going to plant some trees in a circular fashion. Aiden, I need an aid from you. Let's see. I need you to come over here with your bow and like stand on the furthest point over here. These trees could be a visual aid as far as like what the range is. So even if I don't have an archer there and I see an enemy coming, once they hit the birch trees, I'll know, oh, within range, you know? I don't know. It's extra information. We'll use this circle though to put in birch trees. Field maple, cabbage, Scots pine. We'll say we got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a perfect circle. We'll do it like, I want it up on the lip though. Well, it's good enough. And then later on, we'll have like, I'll make so-called roads, you know, and then line them with trees that are symmetrical, so it's like a structural garden. And in with those trees, I'll have a little planter's box around it, you know, using fencing and stuff. We'll make it a whole thing. For now, though, this is kind of smartly done in my opinion. The trees are spread out. I can inspect them, see what they're growing at different stages, when to harvest them. I mean, it's cool to have like a block of trees like this, you know, but realistically, you can't look at individual trees. You can't say, I want this one or that one. It's not the way to do it. And in real life, you can't grow trees like that. They can't touch each other in any way. Otherwise, the leaves don't grow correctly, and it misshapes the trees. I worked at a tree farm. I know what I'm talking about. So now we have 5 trees for him to plant. Loving that. Question is, where should we put the cabbage? I mean, right here? Probably. And then that way, as you harvest, if you need to, you can put your seeds. Actually, seeds here. Yeah, definitely yeah. Cool, man. Alright, now they're covered. They don't need to be very stable, so we can kind of stretch the limits here. And we can expand our seeds. Though there isn't a lot of grass around here, but eventually we'll terraform. But for now, that's fairly central. You get a patch of cabbage, that's your main grower here. Put the seeds over here as you need them. Not too far from the cellar. I mean, it's not close either, but you know what I'm saying. Actually, in terms of the cellar, maybe we put right in front, you know. Not over here, because I'll probably extend out some walls and add some defensiveness here. But here would be fine. Let's put cabbage down. Birch trees. Not too close to here. You could say, give me... only be placed on appropriate ground. What are you talking about? That was all soil. Let's double check this. 1, 2, 3. Not enough seeds. What? What are you talking about? I have like 8 seeds. I have 5. Okay, well. Get to growing 5 seeds that worth, and we're not worried about food to start with. Holy cow. Plus 10 seeds. Look at that. This is a seed growing season. So I'll take care of some cabbage. And what do we got for flax? Way ahead of you, spring. Didn't we buy flax? I thought we had like 5 flax. I don't have it. 6. Let's do 6 flax. 6 for now. We'll put over here. I'm going to go crazy with the flax because I really want eventually to have, you know, a tailoring industry. We'll get more organized with the gardens. This is just temporary. I'm just trying to focus it around my little seed storage. Boom. First tree going in. Aiden's hating every bit of it. What are you doing? Hungry. Okay. Angus already has 6. The goal here is what? Smelting's a lot, isn't it? 30? Not bad. Yeah, we'll definitely go with smelting. Excuse me. Let's look inside. Make sure we don't have anything crazy. This meat is rotting, but taking 26 days to do so. We're fine. I mean, I just need to dig out another row. I mean, I have space here, but for now, I'm just dedicating it to carcass and meat, and it's conveniently placed up on top near the table, so we're okay with that. Not a big priority. Leather up here, that's fine for now. Yeah, gardening and research are my 2 top priorities. We're looking good on defense already. We don't have a wall, but I'm feeling pretty good for another wave with what we got. I mean, I'm telling you, what we need is more bodies, and they just haven't been offered yet, so it's not really my fault. Let's see. There was something that used to show you like your stats, like influence. Let's see. There we go. Body count. Oh, this is a way to confirm that we're on hard survival and so on. That's nice. History, don't care. Action. Wasn't there an influence one? Almanac. Bug report. I forget. Whoa, kicked butt. Forgot about this. Yeah. Not the prettiest, but very functional. Let's see. Can we see the clothes? Cool. did see it showed some kind of file, whatever on the. I probably should edit it out. Who knows what hackers can do these days? If you want to hack a $420 computer from an old man, I mean, I guess so. This thing's dedicated to gaming and putting it on YouTube. You are not going to find any financial records whatsoever. Just saying. Assuming I leave it in, you know. Like, I study computer science and I still don't know what people are capable of when it comes to that sort of thing. It's crazy. It's best just be super paranoid. Don't share anything that's on your computer at all to the world. Okay. So, Aiden's gonna garden out those trees. Great. I do want to get the shrubs. It'll give me more sticks, but really, it's kind of a landscaping issue. It looks like crap. I don't like having it like this. And if I had enough labor, I would definitely be mining out this limestone and just have solid blocks of grass, you know, terraforming everything. But that's definitely a low priority. Periodically, let's check the research. We're at 9. We need 21 more. We got a ways to go. I think that's going to look pretty cool. As long as it's not near the fort. That's the main thing there. The goal is to plant all the tree saplings that we have. So we do need to get on. We got 7 oaks. Now what we could do is go in between like this. I think we'll do that. And then we'll have 12 trees planted. Field maple, we have 1 sapling for field maple, oak tree, and that last one, Scott pine. So, let's see here. We'll just eyeball it once again. Where is he going? 1, 2, 3. He's going to pick up bones. I'm certain of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll just kind of complete the arc here. Let's see what this dude. Guaranteed. Place your bets. Bones. Because it just appeared. Ooh, never mind. We'll take that. Free bird. It's probably worth like 2 meat. All right. Winter, summer clothes. Well, at least Aiden's going to be an outdoor guy, so we're going to give him the summer clothes, the one that we have. That's the benefit of having your stuff organized. It helped me just see that I only have one. I didn't have to fish around, find out what clothes we have. This is all armor and warfare over here. This map is huge. handshakes all around, or maybe they're swinging fists. Let's look at the, what did that mean, I wonder? Go over here. Small talk, handshakes, pleasant conversation, small talk, unpleasant conversation. That was a while ago. All right. Aiden is frowny facing the fact that he has to go plant trees. I get it, though. Somebody's got to do the planting. Look at those fancy shoes he's got on. What is that, purple? Where are you going, bro? No one asked you to do that. I put gardening. What is this? Is this a... Ooh, what happened here? Alright. Once again, I'll allow that. Even if it's threads. 21 out of 51. Later on, we'll deconstruct it. But get to gardening. Oh, hauling is set to 1. So we'll say 2. So now it'll go through the ones, tending, convalescence, stewardship, whatever, then start off with 2. So that's what's going to happen. And then we'll have 12 trees. Also love the fact that if I'm making my own content, I don't have to listen to that music. It's good music for a game. I found it kind of catchy when I first started playing it, but every last content creator, they'll play for an hour and a half long episodes, and the same 3 songs would play over and over again. Brainwashing you. I can't stand it, you know. I'm surprised no one else turns it off, but hopefully there's people out there who see this that will appreciate the lack of the in-game music. Enjoy the sound of the rain falling or the birds chirping, you know? Enjoy the artificial nature is what I'm saying. Alright, he's back to gardening. No frowny face so far, so it must be slightly better than hauling things. Alright. Number 8, let's check out research. Research is available. Boom. As luck would have it. Ooh. Unplanned for. But fermenting, huh? And I saw people, oh, I don't even have a goat, so. But I saw people making cheese by curdling milk and all that. That's all new stuff to me. But we'll stick with the game plan of smelting. I think it's going to be better for us overall. It'll make Aiden happy too, because right now we're not doing any of his passions. But that would be nice. And actually fermenting, so before it was like just plain old brewing, right? You'd brew the red currants and hops for barley and all that. But now it's fermenting only, I guess, right? You ferment the barley mash or something to make ale or whatever. But that's good to know that fermenting is really not that hard to achieve after agriculture, and it's probably the best move. I mean, it is providing hydration. It's like -8 all the time because these guys are desperately needy. Let's look at it. Drink the rain, you know? Get a bucket, drink the rain. Let's see. It's going to be desperately thirsty, so I always have this -6 because of the lack of drink. I'm just going to stick to my guns here. We'll get that smelting going. Although, if there's no clay, I How do you build? Oh god. Smelting. Is there a stone option? I don't have clay available. How am I going to do any smelt? What the hell? What am I supposed to do about that? Surely there's a stone one, right? I don't see a stone option. Bro, where do you get clay in the mountains? There's no clay up here. Pheasant carcass. What? It shouldn't if it's in the cellar. Where did he put it? There better be a rotten pile in the cellar. Okay. Well, first of all, the floors are not done. Where is there a rotten pheasant carcass? Skyride. Shoot. 2 days, in fact. Dang it. Oh, I'm not gonna allow that to happen. Let's do... Tingus, I need you... Go ahead and do construction first for a second here. Days, 17 days. Alright, and constructing. Filling food pouch. Cool. Well, the gardening actually went fairly quickly considering we got all of the 5 seeds that were available to me for cabbage. We're growing them 2 seeds, so we're gonna have a buttload of seeds when we're done. They're double thumbing up. 2 thumbs up for this guy. We got flax in there, every bit of seed that I had for that. We don't have the skill for herbs, so we're still working on the trees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus that maple. For real, how do you get clay? It's just not available. Limestone, dirt. What the limestone, dirt. There's no clay. You used to be able to get a small amount in dirt, but now that they have transforming, shoot, how do I? I'm not going to be able to build a smelting thing. I'll have to YouTube it and find out. Well, proof that my 5 hour of sleep theory works, because I really never get a notification that someone's exhausted. And so if you're out there giving them 7 to 8 hours, you're just wasting 2 to 3 hours a day on sleep. Angus is getting construction tool stuff. I just need those floors done. Otherwise, we're going to lose this guy 9 days, 1 day. There we go. Boom. Spare room is awful. Why? It's filled with meat and carcass. It's kind of mildly cool down there. Okay, but we're out of wood. The research is super important, but we need things. Growing, mature. Chop this down. That way we can finish the floor in the cellar. What's up with those? Is that a graphical glitch? They look hot pink from here. Massive progress with the trees. I love it. Two oak sapling pile. 1 maple. 11 pines. Where'd that come from? Well, there's nothing else to garden other than these trees. We could do the pines. Like along this edge right here. Let's do it. Alright, this one's going to be a little more compact. 1, 2, right? Not actually looking at the squares, but I kind of am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crop field. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And 11. Cool. If it could just look like landscaping at the end of the day, that'd be great. I mean, it's just kind of roughly put out there, but defensively, it works for me. Man, I would hate to do smelting and find out I really can't do it without clay. I'm trying to think really hard. I'm pretty sure there used to be a stone option for smelting, the kiln, but I did not see it in the help menu. Let me try to think of other things that had 2 options, like stone versus wood. Let's look at it through the help menu. Maybe then. Nope. The almanac. Let's see. Smelting clay. Ingot. Let's see its production. I think there's a stone one. But it's crazy there's no clay so far. There we go. Limestone. It exists. And there's also a limestone kiln. All right. So we'll continue with the plan. We're at 22. We need 8 more. We'll start smithing. Planting the trees. Obviously, we got one guy locked up with writing, and another one's kind of slowly doing tree planting, but I'm going to continue with this patient, relaxed gameplay. And one thing, the whole point is to think about things long before they happen, hopefully. Where would we put the kennel, whatever you call it? Smelter. Smelter? What's it called? Smelting furnace. Alright, smelting furnace. Let's look at the dimensions if it's possible here. It's like 1 by 3 or something. 3, 1, 2. What's the one part? Oh, too high. Yeah, XY. Gotcha. Alright. So essentially, 3 by 1. There is a bunch of ore over here, so it kind of makes sense. We do want it enclosed. Alright, what we might do is have like this. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And smelting furnace might be one of those rare things that actually do better outside and not under a roof. We'll find out about that, but we'll put 3 of the furnaces in a row right here. And then we'll start digging out this ore. So we just have this convenient store of ore. Alright. So get rid of this. This is limestone. So the cool thing is I'll still also get a little bit of limestone while I get my ore. We'll do something like that. And we will say, get me an ore store. Clear ore. Just all ore there. Material. See? Oh, we still have them on construction. That's fine. It's getting the smelting ready. Oh! Of course, he's the one we're relying on to research it. So, it says new research, but I don't think it's the 30 chronicles that we need. Alright, and then here we'll have the iron. Right? Clear. Iron ingot. Sweet. Let's check the research. 25. We need 5 more. Just looking at things popping up. Smokehouse. They take so long. I remember them. They've been in there since the beginning of the game. And they're still raw meat once you smoke them, which is kind of weird. I feel like if you smoke them, it should be edible right away, but it's still considered raw. But then you could store it for like a year and a half in a cellar. So it's kind of cool to have. You get shelf from this, though. That's crazy. Space saving. I mean, that's not from furniture. It's a little weird. Not the priority for sure. If I were not to do smelting, it would be fermenting or tailoring. Furniture. What are we giving up here? Shelves. Weapon rack. Ooh, wall mounted. Now that's new. They used to have this, but not this. Bookshelves, standalone. Better beds. That would help. Not a big priority though. Smelting. We're sticking to our guns. See, when I first started, I would be persuaded anytime something new came up, whether I thought about it or not, I'd be like, oh yeah, let's get that. And never stay on task as far as like achieving my technological goals and stuff. So we're gonna learn from those mistakes and like stay on task. And we really are. I got all my gardening goals done here. I'm happy about that. We got a bunch of trees in. Not sure where those pine saplings came from. I guess I just had them out in the ground, never picked them up. One oak, one maple, two more pine, which they're going to go there. Cool. I wonder what Aiden's botany is now. 7 from like 5 or something. Growing, mature. I kind of want to chop these just because they're going to mess up my clear pattern that I got going on. Spent all that money on landscaping and it doesn't quite look right. Mature. It's nice to know. And then, boom. Oak tree. Alright. Research. Now that might be the one. Let's see. Smelting. Nope. 28. What else could have? Oh, maybe it's just, I don't know, which one's, is it top first and then this one, or? Two more. And then we'll need limestone, which I have 300. My guess is the furnaces would be like 85 each, something like that, so Aiden will build them. Let's double check. We put the floor in. I just want to confirm because this one's like a day or two out. All right, we're in perfect conditions here, other than an awful room. This dog is just like, yep, I'll just hang out near the meat all day. I don't think it's trapped in the door. Maybe it is inside, but it won't starve. Okay, that's the timer. Let's do a little race to get to the smelter here, so that way we can at least have a furnace. 2 thumbs down. They don't like this idea at all. Here we go. Smelting unlocked. We're cool. Okay, so let's just at least get them built. Clay versus stone. Limestone, yes. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 30. Boom. Right next to an ore source. It's gonna be unbelievable. You know what? I think we're gonna leave this on a cliffhanger. How are these furnaces gonna go in? Nobody knows. Let's see. Let's try the snapshot. Oh, beautiful. Not really. I should have the building up. Okay, close it, close it. But boy, does that snapshot look so much better. Let's do it like this. Little photography session here. We got some stuff in the foreground just to add a little dimension to it. Not much going on in terms of pictures or telling a story. I'd have to use some bright text to spruce up this shot. Kind of grim, I'm not gonna lie. Not a great thumbnail, but you know, what are you gonna do? I think if we were to clear out the weeds and stuff, it'll start looking a little better. But it is just a fort. I'm trying to find the right picture here for a snapshot. Yeah, that's just gonna have to do. Got a goat in the picture. Take the screenshot. Edit out that, whatever that is. Boom. All right, I got my snapshot taken. We got our technology. We went from complete ignorant people who couldn't even build a wooden beam, and now we can build wooden beams. We can plant things, and we can melt metal and stuff. So, or make iron. So, moving up through the ages here. In fact, we're getting right on this furnace. Actually, I kind of want to look at it, and then we'll take off. We'll end this episode. But okay, so it's 70. So that's 210 worth of. And he failed. You know what? We're ending this. Thanks, folks, for stopping by. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. Leave a comment. You know what to do. I will put a lot more effort into this game and production and editing and all that, but for now, this is kind of my trial run. If you're someone I know from the past, from previous games, please say hello. I know it's been a while. Good to hear from anyone, my friends. But in the meantime, I will see you on the next one.